I had recently started a new solo match in Fortnite. Everything seemed normal at first as I landed on the island and began harvesting materials. The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the landscape, and a light fog was rolling in from the edges of the storm. I have to play on low graphics settings due to my slow computer, which made the atmosphere even more eerie. As I was breaking down a large oak tree near Lazy Lake, I noticed something move in the distance through the encroaching storm. I thought it was another player, so I moved towards them, hoping to get an early elimination. My heart was racing as I crept forward, assault rifle at the ready. It wasn't a normal player, though. Looking back at me was another character with the default Jonesy skin, but something was off. Their eyes were completely empty, devoid of any life or emotion. I saw no username pop up above their head, which was strange. I quickly opened my menu and double-checked to make sure I hadn't accidentally queued for duos or squads. Nope, definitely solo. The figure didn't move at first, just stared at me with those haunting, empty eyes. Then, without warning, they turned and sprinted into the storm. I pursued out of a mix of curiosity and fear, but they vanished into the purple haze. I stood at the edge of the storm, peering into it, but there was no sign of the mysterious player. Shaken, I continued on with the match, unsure what to think. As I explored the island, I began to notice things that seemed out of place for the standard map layout. In the mountains near Caddy Corner, I found perfectly symmetrical tunnels that couldn't have been generated by the game. In the middle of Frenzy Farm, there was a small pyramid made entirely of metal, something that would have taken a player ages to build. And in Weeping Woods, I discovered large areas where all the trees had been harvested except for their trunks, creating an unnatural, eerie forest of stumps. Throughout the match, I would constantly think I saw the other player through the storm or in my peripheral vision. But every time I turned to look, they were gone. I tried increasing my view distance and graphics settings whenever I thought I saw them, but it didn't help. It was like they were always just out of reach, watching me from the shadows. As the storm closed in and the player count dwindled, I found myself in the final circle near Sweaty Sands. I had decent loot and plenty of materials, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. As I engaged in a build battle with the last remaining player, I saw a flash of movement on the ground below. There, standing perfectly still in the storm, was the empty-eyed Jonesy. I froze, my finger hovering over the trigger. In that moment of distraction, the other player got the better of me, and I was eliminated. But as my character fell and the You Placed Mer2 screen appeared, I swear I saw the mysterious figure smile. Unsettled by the experience, I immediately saved the replay and went on the Fortnite forums to see if anyone else had encountered this mysterious player. To my surprise, there were no similar reports. Not a single thread or comment mentioned anything like what I had seen. Determined to find answers, I created my own topic describing the figure and asking if anyone had a similar experience. I detailed everything: the empty eyes, the strange structures, the way they seemed to appear and disappear at will. I even included a screenshot I had managed to capture. But within 5 minutes, my post was deleted. Thinking it might have been a glitch, I tried again, this time being even more detailed in my description. This post was deleted even faster. Then, to my shock, I received a private message from a username I didn't recognize, Jonesy. The message contained only one word: stop. My hands shaking, I clicked on Jonesy's profile, but the page returned a 404 error. It was as if the user didn't exist. I tried searching for the name, but no results came up. It was like the account had appeared just to warn me, then vanished into thin air. Later that evening, I received an email from another forum user. The subject line read, the Watcher. The email was brief but chilling. Don't trust the mods, they're in on it. We're safer using email. I've seen him too. The one with no pupils. You're not alone. There are others. We have a directory. Be careful who you trust. They're always watching. Attached to the email was a document containing a list of usernames, other players who had reportedly encountered the mysterious figure. Some had shared similar experiences to mine, while others reported even stranger occurrences. One player claimed the figure had spoken to them, whispering coordinates that led to a hidden bunker filled with legendary loot. Another said they had seen the figure walking on water, unaffected by the storm. For the next month, I dove deep into this rabbit hole. I played match after match, always on the lookout for the empty-eyed Jonesy. I scoured the map for more unnatural structures, documenting everything I found. I exchanged emails with other members of the directory, piecing together our collective experiences. Then, one of the members made a breakthrough. They had been looking into the name Jonesy and discovered it was frequently used by a former Epic Games employee. After some further digging, we uncovered that this wasn't just any employee. It was a developer who had worked on the early versions of Fortnite, someone who would have intimate knowledge of the game's code. Feeling like we were on the verge of uncovering the truth, I decided to go straight to the source. I crafted a careful email to Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic Games, asking about this former employee and the strange occurrences in the game. Days passed with no response, and I began to think my email had been ignored or filtered out. But then, late one night, a reply came through. The message was brief, just a single line. "We don't discuss former employees, Tim Sweeney." The shortness and dismissive nature of the response only fueled our suspicions. What were they hiding? Why the secrecy around this former developer? As our investigation continued, strange things began happening to members of our group. Some reported their accounts being banned for no reason. Others said their replays containing evidence of the mysterious figure had been corrupted or deleted. A few even claimed to have received threatening phone calls from unknown numbers. Despite the pushback, we pressed on. We compiled all our evidence, screenshots, video clips, testimonies, into a comprehensive document ready to share with the wider Fortnite community. But the night before we planned to release it, something unprecedented happened. Fortnite went offline, not for scheduled maintenance, but a complete blackout. The game was inaccessible, the website was down, even Epic's social media accounts went dark. This lasted for 24 hours, during which time the internet was ablaze with theories and speculation. When Fortnite came back online, everything seemed normal, too normal. The mysterious structures we had documented were gone. The replay files we had saved were corrupted. It was as if the game had been reset, scrubbed clean of any trace of the empty-eyed watcher. Most of the members of our group gave up at this point, convinced that whatever we had stumbled upon had been erased, covered up by powers beyond our understanding. But a few of us aren't ready to let it go. We know what we saw. We know there's more to Fortnite than meets the eye. As for me, I haven't seen the mysterious figure since that first encounter. But sometimes, when I'm in the thick of a battle, or quietly harvesting materials in a remote corner of the map, I feel a presence, a pair of empty eyes watching from just beyond the storm, and I wonder, what really happened to that former Epic employee? What secrets does Fortnite hold? And most importantly, will the empty-eyed Jonesy ever return? The truth is out there somewhere on that island, and I won't rest until I find it.